Okay, let's start with our first word, affinity. Affinity. Shh. It is a T flap word. That T does sound like a D sound. Okay, let's look at our word, affinity. Here are the syllables for when you're spelling it out, affinity. But in pronunciation, it is the uh, yep, it's a schwa. Affinity. And this is a noun, and it has like two meanings. It's a spontaneous or a natural liking to something or for someone that you have a liking for it. And then it's also the similarity of characteristics, like within a relationship. Like the mother and daughter might have an affinity for each other, affinity with each other, and what they look alike. And sometimes a lot of people say that my mother looks like my sister and that we look so much alike that it is like amazing. No one can believe that she's my mother. And so therefore, affinity, there's this affinity within the family that when you see my cousins, when you know we're all related because we all look alike to each other. But let's look at our sample sentence. He has an affinity for English literature. He has an affinity for English literature, which means he has a natural liking for it, a spontaneous liking for it, and that he loves to be able to read it and share about it and everything about English literature. Affinity, affinity, affinity.